Cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you.
What's up, wrestling card collectors? Welcome to a very special edition of WTCtv. A special why, Paul? Why, Chuckster? Why?
We got an announcement.
A big announcement.
Finally.
Big announcement.
All
What do we
right.
got going here, guys? I think this year, we've kind of made it public already through our social media at the time of this recording. But we are going to crash the National Sports Card Convention, Collectors Convention Party. We're going to have wrestling cards being represented for the first time ever at that show, exclusively about wrestling cards at that show, where we're going to become guest, panelists to discuss. Well, we're hosting, actually, not even guests, we're hosting a panel about wrestling trading cards, which I think is a long overdue for us, man. Long overdue.
Yeah, very, very exciting. We knew this was coming, but we didn't have a date, so we didn't want to really be saying much until we knew exactly when and where. And now we know our date's going to be on Thursday, July 28th. That's day one, the first full day of the National, from 5 to 6 o'clock. And we're on the main stage. And the way it's set up this year is at the Mike Burkus stage, which is named after the founder of the National. It's in a big open area, which is part of the Ripping Wax box breaker section. And it's kind of cool because that's the stage that they do the opening ceremonies on. That's where they have celebrity sports figures turn up when they're made available to the public. And now they're going to have the likes of the three of us and our good friends from the Card Foundation talking about wrestling cards. Like you say, for the first time ever, our hobby is going to be there. And what do you say, Chuck?
I need everybody to come out and support us because it's a first for all of us, and we're going to need all the support we can get. Cheer us on, come out and meet us, say hey. I'm just looking forward to this. This is a big deal for the wrestling card community, and I'm really anxious to see how it goes. And I think we're going to be represented really well. We've got a good panel, and just from what I'm seeing on social media today, there's a lot of people that plan on turning out for us. So
I was going to mention that. What have you guys been seeing today about on social media since we made that announcement this afternoon?
Very positive response so far. Very, very pleased. And just in general, the sense that the National this year is going to be one of the biggest ever is huge, because last year, just on the heels of the pandemic, they did quite well. And they had high expectations for this one. And if it's going to be as busy as they say, it's going to be quite crazy time. And the thing that we're on the floor means we're going to get a lot of the traffic that just happens to be there. So we're going to have access to a lot of people. And our idea is to do the panel with the Card Foundation guys, talk about the hobby, talk about wrestling cards, do some Q&A. And then we're going to do a dinner afterwards at the Hard Rock Cafe. So it's just going to be a fun night of wrestling cards.
Yeah, that's going to be about, basically, think of it as BYOB, man. We're not buying dinner for everybody. So we're just going to get together a bunch of like-minded collectors and, continue the talk and conversation about the hobby. Maybe even start brainstorming for some future projects possibly, and talk about, what's to come, for our hobby, and just kind of see where we're all at.
Yeah.
It's going to be a first time for all of us meeting. So it's going to be just that from a wonderful standpoint alone. And then, continue to keep that discussion going that evening.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Definitely. We're looking forward to meeting a lot of the people that we communicate with regularly. And we're happy to actually finally have a date, finally have a time. And, before it was like, hey, we're coming to the National. Card Foundation guys are coming to the National, and hopefully we'll bang into you there, but we weren't sure. We had a loose plan for the dinner. But now we can say, come to see us at this time, at this place. And of course, we'll tweet it as we get closer to the date, but we're happy to put it out there formally now that this is the time.
And there's been some questions that people have been asking so far on social media, asking, hey, I can't make it. Are you guys going to be able to stream it? Are you guys going to record it and repurpose it for later? I mean, I think our plan is to do all of that, I think, right?
Certainly try. If technology and everything else allows us, we're gonna have the ability to do that. Nick Kaufman from Crazy Card Collector is going to be with us, and he's got a spanking new tripod, so he's going to be sort of our AV guy, producer kind of guy. So we're going to do the best we can to bring it to you.
Chuckster, what are you looking forward to most?
I'm just looking forward to meeting everybody that I have known for so many years, meeting them in person. I think that's
you and I already go way back. I mean, as far as meeting each other.
Exactly.
What's it been, a year now?
Yeah, a whole year. But there's many people that I'm anxious to actually meet in person and talk to. And I just think it's going to be great that we can have a little camaraderie and get to know each other. And I'm just looking for a fun time. I want to spend the day on the floor and look around and see what's out there and talk to people and just have a good time. It's a big deal, and this panel is a really big deal. I'm looking forward to that also.
Yeah, I hope we don't mess it up.
Well, we may have a few more announcements on the panel as well, so stay tuned to that. I'm not sure, we're working on things, but as it is now with the three of us and the Card Foundation guys, you got some real good wrestling brains there to sort of share some information with you.
Yeah. As we get closer here, because we're only again 2 weeks away, but as we get closer here, we'll start coordinating a little bit better and find out, sort of putting more structure to what we're going to be talking about and how we're going to do it. Because we only have an hour. They're only giving us an hour. I'm not sure what time the show closes that night. I think it's 6 or 7.
I think it goes late. I think it goes like a 10 or 11 at night.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think so. But yeah, we have to be mindful that it is just an hour, and it's not like we can keep it going because there's going to be someone scheduled sort of from the 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock slot. So we're going to have to, we'll time something and we'll allow enough time for a little bit of audience interaction, but it'll be just, it'll be quick, but hopefully we can carry on at the card or at the Hard Rock afterwards. So whatever we get started on the panel, if people want to come join us, talk with us there, we're going to make a night of it.
Yeah. So if anybody who is not going to be actually on stage to, talk about it, we will be fielding obviously some questions from the audience, hopefully. Come on and visit with us over at the Hard Rock Cafe right there on the boardwalk. And we'll be doing dinner there. You can just sit there and talk cards all night if you want to.
Yeah, and we actually can be there all night and then go for a nice stroll on boardwalk afterwards.
That's right.
People in this state or the place where we're having this that really don't know a lot about wrestling cards. They're going to just be milling around from other sports. They're going to hear us talking. We're going to get some new eyes into the hobby, I believe, because people's going to stop when they hear us. I know they are. And it's like, who are these clowns? Yeah, but
exactly.
There is a program coming out too, where I think they're going to make a note that we are speaking at that time. So that's going to be given in advance to everybody as well.
Yeah, I got a notice today in my email of the entire thing that's going to be all the thing that's happening, but we weren't on there. So I know they're probably going to squeeze us in that new announcement somewhere along the line.
Right. Well, I think at the time locked in this morning.
Do they have a, I have to go check it. Does the National have a mobile app?
I don't know.
An app. I think it's just their site.
Okay. I didn't know because I know some conventions I've done over the years have adapted to using a mobile app now. So you can always know if anything changed, like somebody canceled, it's always put in the app and you always knew what was going on at the show at all times.
Right.
I know they do that for the NAMM show every year too. They kind of let you know, what kind of guests are going to be signing at what booth, from what instruments and stuff like that and companies. And some Comic-Con just do that too. I think maybe a Fan Expos or maybe some Wizard World shows. I couldn't remember, but some of them have done that before and it's proved to be very useful. So even regardless, if you guys were just checking out the schedules of what's going on with the National, make sure you check out their website and I'm sure they'll be updating that. And, of course, we're pretty proud of the fact we're going to be on the stage. So we're going to be promoting the hell out of it and constantly reminding you what day and time and, and make sure you come and have, some drinks or dinner with us and we can continue the conversation there. And it's just about time. It's time that wrestling cards got its due. It's, I've always said many, many times before, and I'm sure I'll say it at the actual convention itself that, there's never been enough zeros in our hobby to really attract a lot of people. And I think now that we've seen some pretty substantial sales and numbers when it came to like Panini Prism, when it came out, good, better, and different, it brought a lot of eyeballs to our hobby. And, I think people are taking notice and this is the perfect time for us to get out there and start saying, hey, there's been a history here of, I don't like to use the gatekeeper term, but there's been a history of us archivists who have, been collecting data and information about this hobby for years. And between, the Wrestling Card Price Guide and WTC, I think we've done a pretty bang up job of, letting people know what's going on and educating them. And it's surprising to me. People who come to these conventions when I'm working with talent and bring a trading card don't know anything about, the Price Guide or WTC. They don't know anything about it. So I'm hoping that we can obviously share what we have knowledge wise, and expose our websites to them and let them know that there's help out there to help educate them.
Yeah, we will. We'll let them know about us and the Card Foundation, and we'll also talk about a lot of our friends on Twitter that can't be with us there. So we'll make sure that everybody that matters over the course of that weekend, we'll be plugging you and we'll be toasting to you, and it'll be kind of like the WrestleMania of wrestling cards. That'll be a thing that we can do, and hopefully it's the start of a beautiful thing. And next year maybe we'll have actually have a booth there. Who knows? Let's.
You never know. Love to do it.
They're going to go back to Chicago next year. They're going to have more space, and Anthony would love to have a table. So there's all sorts of things for the future. But this is really good news, because up until this morning, it wasn't a for sure thing, and times were being thrown around that we couldn't accommodate. But we're really pleased now, because we'd intended to go to dinner anyways on a Thursday night. And when they offered us the 5 to 6 slot, it was like, perfect, we'll take it. And we were quick to mobilize and let all you guys know that, hey, it's happening. And we'll do our best, again, with Nick's help, to get it streamed to you live. And if it's not live, we'll figure a way to get portions of it. And our phones will be going all weekend long anyways. So we'll bring as much to you guys as possible.
Yeah, I'm going to probably bring my small mini tablets like that, and I'll get the Zoom installed on that. We'll just kind of record from there. And if I have to record it right to the cloud, not a big deal. It's what we're kind of doing right now. I don't really normally record to the cloud. Normally when we do these episodes, I'm working straight off my laptop and doing it right from there. It just records right to my computer. This particular episode, we're testing because my internet's down here in good old Arizona all day. So I'm trying it through the phone. Good test. But we'll do a lot of stuff. We'll be streaming a lot of things, doing little snippets here and there. Might actually start partaking in that TikTok technology there. Start using that. It's going to be a lot going on, and we plan on bringing you a lot of content at that show. It's just going to be a good time. And I like people to know all of this that we're doing, coming to the national, it's something we've talked about for a long time, but getting us to where we're at right now and getting us on the stage, people need to commend you, Paul, because you've been diligent with this. You've been constantly keeping in contact with people from the national. You've been passed on from one person to the next person to the next person, and you've continuously kept on top of it and got us to where we are today. And I can't thank you enough for that.
Well, I'm glad that we could do this. And, this is a really, really big show. And, it's not that we were ignored. It's just that I think they're overwhelmed with the support that they've gotten. They never were able to do the lottery because they just had way more exhibitors, and it seems that it's going to be big. So I was really pleased that when.
We got freeze. Are you doing okay there? Okay, we go.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay.
I was saying the guy that runs the thing actually sent me an email and saying, "Hey, you guys are on our radar." I thought that was a very positive comment. So I'm pleased that it all came together, and I think it's going to be a blast. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Now all we have to do is deliver, sir. Just to deliver.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be kind of like I have this. I was thinking about it, daydreaming a little bit about it today, and I thought, this is going to be like, reminds me of Revenge of the Nerds, having to do our contest and get up on stage.
Yeah, but you know what? When you and Zan did the 2-night sale thing, you were nervous about that too, and how we're going to do it, how we're going to pull it off. And it was awesome. So you know what? We're going to be there. What more do we need? The three of us are going to be there. We're going to be smiling. We're going to be happy. It's going to be a good time. It's the first time anyone's going to be talking about wrestling cards. That's for sure.
I'm looking forward to having the guys from the Card Foundation podcast down there. It's going to be first time meeting them in person as well. Sure. They absolutely have to be represented there on the stage with us. So I'm just glad that we're all going to be together and having, different viewpoints going to be out there, and hopefully people have questions between the 6 of us. I mean, we know there can be 6 of us at least on that stage. We're going to have the answers, hopefully,
I think so.
So that's it, guys. I mean, we just want to make this quick announcement, everybody. And it's pretty much it.
Yeah, come see us July 28th, 6 to 7 at the National. Sorry, 5 to 6 at the National.
5 to 6. And then afterwards, we'll be dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe right there on the boardwalk. Yeah. We'll have information about that soon. I know we're going to be going from 5 to 6. So how soon after that will we have dinner? We're not going to go right from the show.
No, so there'll be a bit of a gap, but we'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out. So it'll be give it a hour or two after that before we kind of go in there. And I don't think they take reservations. We'll find out. We'll figure it out.
We'll get that all worked out. We'll provide the details.
Yep, we'll get it.
Any
Bye,
last
guys.
words, Chuck?
No, I'm just really, really excited about this. We're getting wrestling cards out of the shadows and finally into the mainstream. And I think this is the perfect place to do it. And we're going to get a lot of new eyes and ears on the hobby. And I think that's great. And I think with you guys leading the charge here, we're gonna have a really good panel. And
I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already